Okay, if you're looking in that direction, back by the horizon there's a mountain. Can you see it?
The what?
In the horizon there's a mountain. Not what you see clear, but all the way back by the horizon there's a mountain. Now that mountain is on that is the kingdom of Jordan. That's about the son of the Jordan River. And when Abraham is coming into the country, you have to look for a place. Where are you going to come up? You don't want to be a mountain climber. You're trying to find a valley. And you're going to use, if you look now north, there's like a valley going over there. You're going to come up through that valley, the Shechem Valley. And then when you're on top of the mountain, you can walk straight south-north. Right? You're not going to walk on this mountain, you're not going to walk on that mountain, you're going to walk in this valley that will take you all the way to Jerusalem. So, when Jacob is coming into this country, that is the road. When Abraham is coming into this country, that's the road. That was one of the natural places to climb the mountain. Right? And once you're on the top of the mountain, you can go Nablus, Shechem, Beit El, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Hebron. They're all like in a straight line on the top of the mountain. Now, when Abraham comes into this country, we can open up and we can read from Genesis 12. God spoke to Abraham. But where did God appear to Abraham? Only when he was in the promised land. And Abraham went up on the hill over there, the mountain over there. You see the building with the red roof on top of the hill? But if you look to the left, there's another small hill and there's a small building on top of it. Right? That is Alon Moreh. Right? And the Lord said to Abraham, go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. And Abraham is going, and Abraham passed through the land to the place at Shechem, then in Hebrew, right? To the oak of Moreh, Alon Moreh, to Alon Moreh. And at that time the Canaanites were in the land, and then the Lord appeared to Abraham and said, to your descendants I will give this land. So build there an altar to the Lord who has appeared to him. For the first time that God appeared to Abraham, the first time that God promised that there is the land that I will give you, but he was standing on the mountain back over there at that time. Later on, Jacob is coming to this land. And when Jacob is coming over here, and he's coming into this land, and he's meeting his brother, and he's getting his name, he's fighting with angel, and all this chapters, and he's coming in the same way. And he came, and Jacob came safely to the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan. And he bought from Hamor, Shechem's father, he bought for 100 pieces of money the piece of land on which he had pitched his tent. And there he erected an altar and called it El Elohei Israel. Right? And the land that he bought is the green land where you have the trees back over there. You see all the trees? That is the area that he bought. And it's interesting, the city of Shechem goes in between these two mountains over here. Right? You can see it. Down to our left. Right? And down over here, especially if you go in that direction to the west, there's another spring. There's only one spring over here. And there was a spring of water in the land that Jacob brought. Now, here, Jesus is walking to and from Jerusalem. And this is the highway to and from Jerusalem. And he meets the Samaritan woman at the spring. And they run back over there because, why walk all the way? Why should they walk around? Take shortcuts in life. And the distance from Galilee to Jerusalem is long enough. So it would have been down over here that he would have met her. So we have a piece of land, not only that God promised to us, but we have a piece of land that we bought. The money. Now later on, this piece of land is going to be a piece of land that, what is one of the last things that Joshua is doing? And the bones of Joseph, which the people of Israel brought up from Egypt, were buried in Shechem, in the portion of ground which Jacob bought from the son of Ammon, the father of Shechem, for 100 pieces of money. So, and this land became the inheritance of the sons of Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh. But from Jericho, Joshua comes up over here, and he put the people down in the valley between two mountains, Mount Abel, or how you call it, right? Which is the mountain over there. And there we built an altar to the Lord. And Mount Gerizim, which is this mountain. And the tribes are facing each other. 6 of the tribes on this side, 6 of the tribes on the other side. And he reads the commandments to them, just as Moses told them to do. Right? And he gathered the people over here in Joshua 8, and Joshua built an altar on Mount Ebal to the Lord. And half of them were standing in front of Mount Gerizim, and half of them in front of Mount Ebal, as Moses, the servant of the Lord, had commanded at first. And he read all the words of the law, the blessings and the curse, according to all that was written in the book of the law. The small community of Shiloh over here, built on a hill, the small hill over here, and then down in the valley would have been the Tabernacle. And in first book of Kings 6, and in the 480th year after the people of Israel came out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of the regime of Solomon, in the month of Ziv, which is the 2nd month, he began to build the house of the Lord. It took some time. Is it right? So the tabernacle was over here for 369 years. And partly was in Shechem and in other places. Partly was captured by the Philistines. Part of the tabernacle was outside of Jerusalem, and King David is bringing it in and things like that. All that takes time. But for 369 years, this was the headquarters, and you would see it when we're coming up. The tabernacle continued to be, even if it was standing still, exist almost as long as in a time period as the temple of King Solomon. Now, the temple of King Solomon is going to be destroyed in 586. You have some, again, several hundred years that it's existing, but this was more or less the same time period as the tabernacle. So we're going to enter into Shiloh. We're going to climb the mountain. Can you see the modern building over there? Inside that modern building, there is a very beautiful presentation of Shiloh we're going to see. But if somebody says, hey, waiting for sunrise to rise behind your head, and when the sunrise is shining into the temple, when the sun is shining into the temple, you will start with your morning prayer. If you remember in Armageddon, I said, on what side of the mountain would you have your temples? On the eastern side. That is west. You can see the sun going down over there. If the tabernacle was down over here, the Holy of the Holies would have been on this side over here. Again, it's closed off, and archaeological excavation was just here. So we have the stones and things like that behind me. Don't want to tell you, but here.
Here is the Holy of Holies?
Here was the Holy of the Holies. If it was a little bit here, 10 meters over there, you cannot come closer to where the Holy of the Holy was than where we are just now.